Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And Sammy Watkins is in his 8th NFL season. Spent the last 3 in Kansas City and won a Super Bowl there. Really excited about the opportunity to bond with quarterback Lamar Jackson. Makes a nice catch there.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And bulldozing his way through. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round? That's what I call a steal. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time
pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
At the Lions' 23-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
And a good catch there by Mark Andrews. And many think that paired with Lamar Jackson, they may be the best quarterback-tight end combo this side of Mahomes and Kelsey.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Dobbins. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Lions, nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. They go play action with Taylor. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, You got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10". A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. 49's the mic. Watch 40.
This is Swift on the counter. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Swift. And he's going to get this inside the 30. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, Taylor. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And that's another route the defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hated there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It'll be a 9-yard gain that time, and it'll also be the final play of this first quarter. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Jackson. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Aleem McNeil in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson, and this is caught by Watkins.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And I have to think that the Ravens are going to continue to find ways to get J.K. Dobbins the ball, and even more in the passing game this year. Just 18 catches as a rookie a year ago. Would not be surprised to see that number at least double in 2021.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jackson now off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Mike Zick. Mike Zick. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
To throw is Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Jackson now. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
Mark Andrews, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Ravens 21, Lions 7. Justin Tucker to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
You go tight. You Panther 60. Panther 60.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Hey, check Mike,
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Let's go. Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. Cougar 19. He's checking. Crash. Go.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Hey, check Mike. Mike 6. Cut. Under 10. 19, Tiger.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
49's the mic.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Tight left. 3 down. Hey, check.
Now a carry for Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Odafe Oweh there on the tackle.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, As many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyus Bowser. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Off play action. Taylor. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Play action, it's Taylor. Looking for Wright, and he finds him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
Hey, we're going Mike 40, Mike 40. I'm coming after you.
Here's Taylor.
I'm coming after you.
Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Ravens 21, Lions 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
6 yards left on second down. To throw is Jackson. Underneath here to Hill. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Dances by him, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
When they put the ball in J.K. Dobbins' chest and he carries it, he runs with a lot of determination and aggressiveness. Just one start last year as a rookie, but still managed 805 yards and 9 touchdowns. I think he's ready for a big year 2 leap. Now the lead runner for the Baltimore Ravens.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Jackson on first down. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, Dobbins, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Jackson on first down. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Touchdown.
Marquise Brown, 29 yards. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to add the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Ravens 28, Lions 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Throwing on 2nd and 14, Taylor. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
65, 65, 60.
Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. He wants Reynolds way downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are right back in this football game.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop. Now on 2nd and 13, Taylor. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. On 1st down, Swift. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
14 more yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Taylor on 1st down. And that's out to the flat for Swift. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Odafe Oweh brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
Let's put that team on the bus.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. And that's complete to Cooks. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
49, guys. Mike.
They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's unable to get away. They stop him at the line on 4th and 2. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He'll get that to the rookie from Minnesota, Rashad Bateman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Don't worry. Mike 5. Tackles. Mike 5. Don't get nervous. Come on.
Jackson will throw again. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Lions are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now Taylor. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Taylor. He's going to let it fly. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing now is Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance. But that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Ravens, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll